entire nation that they now serve Black Jesus.
I'm very happy that the truth is finally out. But knowing Russians and Vladimir Putin, I can see that he's gonna gain a political upper hand in this, because they're creating new currency with, I think it's South Africa. So it's not just that, it's not a religious, there is a gain, a huge monetary financial gain.
Hello world, welcome back to my YouTube space. I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. I'm doing it the African way, every day, every time. Now, the video I'm going to react, I know it's not an old video. I know you have seen this about Black Jesus, White Jesus, about Russia or Putin revealing this old vault that had pictures of Black Jesus and disciples on, you know. So I'm just sharing my views here, because white people, or after Putin revealed this old vault, old centuries vault that has black images of Black Jesus, images of disciples, and we saw it was black, and this is where a conversation of Black Jesus erupted. I know the conversation has been there years and years, but after Putin came and revealed this, now it erupted again and people started discussing again and again. I know right now it went silent. A lot of people are not talking about it, but yo, who am I? I just have to talk about it because I have seen videos of white people frowning because of Putin revealing this. Some are saying, okay, yeah, why have you revealed right now? It's a political move. And again, they have points. But let's watch this video of white people discussing what Putin did back then, 10 months ago. Let's watch, and then we'll come back again and react on it.
Entire nation that they now serve Black Jesus.
I'm very happy that the truth is finally out. But knowing Russians and Vladimir Putin, I can see that he's gonna gain a political upper hand in this, because they're creating new currency with, I think it's South Africa. So it's not just that, it's not a religious, there is a gain, a huge monetary financial gain in his statement. But nevertheless, I am very happy that the truth, even under this kind of a sauce, so to speak, it's coming out, and we all are here to celebrate it.
What's going on, y'all? So Vladimir Putin, he was at a press conference and whatnot, and he released a bunch of images of a bunch of black biblical people, even a Black Jesus. So let me get y'all's thoughts on it. It's tripping about the videos that I'm posting, but just look at this picture right here. And look at this one. Let's see, you see the nose, it has a big nose. So, you know, I'm not being racist, man. I'm just saying, man, you know, I'm just talking about features. And then, I mean, you see that one looks kind of like European style, I'm not gonna lie. And then this one right here looks like it is Jesus right here. And I don't know. Now, obviously, I can't give you a for sure answer and tell you, oh, yes, this is Jesus, yada, yada, yada. But one thing that I can say is, as a Muslim, we believe that Moses was a black man. And Jesus, we believe Jesus was a black man too. I mean, when you look at, even when you read certain Bible verses, when it talks about the feet of Jesus Christ were bronze, what does that tell you? So me personally, I have no idea where the hell this person came from. This is not Jesus. This is just a white man with a beard. And one thing I love about Islam is that there's no images of anybody. You don't go and make images of prophets. You don't go and make images of Muhammad. You don't go and make images of Jesus, and you don't make images of nobody. Because if you do that, we're having the same problem we're having right now. Even a painting can't 100% accurately predict what, or even tell future generations this is what that person looked like. Even though the paintings might be detailed, this isn't exactly what the person looked like. So my whole thing is, I've always known that Jesus was colored. I always knew Moses was colored. I mean, the whole message of Jesus was destroyed by Paul when he told the Jews not to obey the Old Testament no more. But Jesus said to obey the Old Testament laws. And whoever tells you not to, they're an enemy. Well, what do y'all think about this, man? Y'all comment down below. Do y'all think Jesus is white or do y'all think he was colored? Y'all comment down below. Catch y'all next episode. A rato.
Psychological warfare. You assume he has no benefit of saying this. There's way more going on than you and I know. I know that all of the religions and all of the governments of the world are one, but not a good unity. An evil unity like we saw with COVID, March of 2020. This coming from a guy who has been known to persecute quote-unquote Christians in his country. I don't trust him. And currently, I don't speak Russian.
Well. You know, there's a lot of Arabic people and Palestinian people. A lot of people over there with blue eyes and reddish brown hair. I don't know where they got it from over there in the Middle East. I'm sure it was some kind of gene. Just like being black and just like being white, it has to do with your genes, the color of your eyes. I'm sure we could find out. But Putin and dusting off his black Jesus from the Kremlin attic, that is one heck of a... Why are we just finding out? Did I think Jesus was blonde and blue-eyed? I didn't really care. I do care about my wig, though. My hair's looking... Oh, it's time for a do. But anyway, get back. Mr. Putin, you drew the race card. Now what you gonna do with it? You got all these black people excited that you have a picture of a black Jesus. You're saying black. To me, sir, it just looks like a dark Jesus. Because I don't know what kind of paint or colors or whatever they had over there, but they had to have something for black. Was it coal? What was it? Anyway, Mr. Putin, you're sneaky. You're gonna nuke us, aren't you? You're just doing something to hurt the whole world before you nuke us all. I don't know. Doesn't matter what color Jesus is. Is this gonna change what he does for us after we've been worshiping him? I don't worship a picture, never have. I'm not Catholic. Mr. Putin, what do you think you're doing to Joe? Hurting his feelings? No, I did not vote for Joe. Anyway, black people, I'm happy for you. Something ought to make you happy. I mean, come on now. Because y'all been really upset for years, huh? I hope this helps you, just like when I voted for Obama, because I was hoping he would be a great president for the blacks so they could stop being so racist against white people, because they think the white people invented slavery when actually it was the black. Anyway, I don't want to go there. But Mr. Putin, you drew out that race card, and I want to know why.
If you're pretty new to religion, you probably should keep your mouth shut on things that you don't know nothing about. Because what's ironic is how those individuals, the African descent, will sit there and say, we can't trust nothing that comes out of the white man's mouth, and yet Vladimir Putin, somebody they don't even know, a white man, comes out and says, oh, we have the secret that we've been hiding from everybody, that the Messiah is black. And they bought it real quick. When all the Hebrew texts say a different story. There's a Genesis 10 and there's a First Chronicles for a reason. you probably should go study it and make sure you fully understand what you're preaching before you even come on here and say, oh, they just came out with something saying this person is that. No, man, that's not how this works. You're going based by word of mouth, which the Bible tells you clearly not to do. And it also, this is a rollout of the Antichrist. They're getting you ready for the Antichrist. He said, if they say they seen him here or they seen him there, believe them not. If they say he's in the desert or in a secret chamber, believe them not. And Vladimir Putin comes out and says, oh, he's this. They believed it real quick. That's how the whole world's going to be deceived. It's pretty sad to watch, actually. But no, it's all right there in Genesis 10. All you have to do is study. That's all you have to do. Not go based off of word of mouth.
You have to be an exemplary type of stupid to believe that Jesus of Nazareth, Christ the King, was a black African Nubian man, a sub-Saharan African man. Let's go back to 10,000 BCE. Anatolian farmer DNA. Here's the modern distribution, but Anatolian farmer DNA is coming from Anatolia here, but it was also in the Levant. If you're completely lacking any anthropological evidence or genetic research, and you just go on dogma from the internet, then sure, you could claim that anybody at all times was black. All of these white people in history were black. Arab people and Persian people were black. The Neo-Assyrians were black. The Hittites were black. But they weren't. Nazarene was Galilean and spoke Aramaic. Here's a person who speaks Aramaic. Does this person look sub-Saharan African to you? This is Thutmose III, the ruler of Egypt who helped conquer the Levant. His lineage, including the Amenhoteps and then Akhenaten, do not look sub-Saharan African. They are not related to the Western Africans who make up most of America's African-American population. The Egyptian people are related to the people who ruled Egypt. There are also some European rulers, but that's not here nor there. All those icons that Putin is revealing would be more accurate if they were all portraying Romans. It would be more likely that Christ would see a bunch of Romans in his lifetime than he would see a bunch of West African people that look like modern African Americans. It wouldn't make sense, seeing as the Levant was consistently populated by European people and people who resembled like Egyptian and Middle Eastern people.
So when I was taking Russian in college, my professor was from a family who had been evicted from Russia because they were basically tied in with the Tsar at the time, and so they were living in the United States. And he told me about the politics that they shared. He made two interesting predictions to me back in the early 80s. The first prediction was that software engineers would be the new aristocracy in the country. The second prediction he made was that at some point the United States would be more like Russia and Russia would be more like the United States, and that in this country we would have a racial civil war. Now, with this announcement timed the way it is, while I think it's great and I think it's cool what Putin is doing because, you know, hey, being inclusive is awesome, but it also makes me wonder if this guy knew something that none of us really know.
Welcome back. Now, white people had different reaction on this, what Putin did of revealing the pictures of Jesus. And the pictures showed that Jesus is black, showed that the white pictures that we see that represent Jesus ain't reality. Again, now, some reaction were like this. Why did Putin reveal this right now? Why did he not reveal it earlier? And a lot was saying that it is a political move. And again, even me first time, I thought that. I said, this is a political move. Because now, black people will channel their support to Putin and will revolt or they will retract from this other one. Because it was seen like this is supporting black move, supporting black culture, supporting black history and everything. And a lot of white people has commented here saying that this is a political move. And by the way, when you look on the other side, don't crucify me, it's just my reaction. When you look on the other side, it was a political move and a very good move to Putin, because Putin knew that he's gonna get support of some people if he accepts that Jesus is black. It's so hard for white people to accept that the guy that we think, guy that we know, he is superior, who is Jesus, the guy who is most popular in the history, who is Jesus, that he is not of their race and he represents the race of black race. It's very hard for black people to accept that. So this was a 10-0 political move for black people supporting Putin and black people showing massive love for Putin, because this was a mileage to him. And when I say a mileage to him, that means that a lot of black people knew about the black Jesus. No, not a lot, but few of black people knew about this history of black Jesus. But the white people knows the truth. They know very well the truth. They know very well the truth. Even Pope, Catholic Pope, we shown videos of him kneeling down of on Black Madonna, going in his chambers and kneeling down on Black Madonna. We have the videos and the clips. You have seen it online. Now, black people did not know the truth, but white people knew the truth. But they knew that they won't reveal this truth to the world. They have hidden this history. They have hid it for so long, the history of black Jesus. Or the history of Jesus Christ, and they have made the world to believe about Jesus being white. They have made the world to believe the pictures we see, that these are the pictures of Jesus. That's how it has been. But black people, they were hidden from this truth. As I say always, the history of black people was written by whites.
Icons dating back to the 14th century brought together from private collections across Russia.
It's very beautiful. It gives you goose pimples. It's a remarkable exhibition.
It's an exhibition which feeds the senses. Everything is so grey outside at the moment, and here suddenly it's a feast for the eyes.
And it's a feast that marks 100 years since religious icons started to be recognized as works of art. Before then, they were mainly viewed as religious objects, often left blackened over the centuries by the passage of time and added layers of paint.
When we learned how to remove the dark layers, When we learned how to remove the dark layers, we discovered underneath an overwhelming beauty, to such an extent that it shocked André Matisse, who was in Moscow at the time. He said, "It's here that artists should come to learn to paint, not to Italy."
But today, only a small number of these masterpieces remain. Most were destroyed during the Soviet era.
These icons are the survivors. If museums hadn't saved them, they wouldn't exist today. There are 50,000 icons in Russian museums. Before, there were millions.
But now the future of this part of Russian heritage is up for debate. Are the icons best held by museums, or should they be returned to the country's churches?